Right now in the studio is Fox News correspondent and former Navy fighter pilot Lea Gabrielle, along with Kori, Schake from the Hoover Institute in Stanford, California. Ladies, good to see you both. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to kick it off with Mayor Rudy Giuliani, though, because, Mr. Mayor, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Your leadership after September 11th was unmatched. We know that. And now we are sort of in this leadership vacuum where Russia has taken control.
It's actually amazing. I mean, President Hollande, as you just read, is coming to the White House to urge the president to get more involved. And
he should have gone to Paris.
well, first of all, it should be the other way around.
That's what I'm saying.
We should be the one urging people to get involved in the effort against ISIS. We should be leading, not following. We seem to be reluctant followers. And I think first of all, it's terrible from the point of view of the morale of the American people when people say there's a lack of leadership. America's the strongest country on earth in every respect. We're the biggest military in the world. We should be leading the fight against one of the most dangerous forces that puts the Western world at risk. That's what we have a president for. Remember, the president supposedly is the leader of the Western world.
Yeah.
Well, I guess President Hollande is the leader of the Western world.
He had this quote that earlier in the week that Maria and I were a little tiffed about, I think Dagen too. What I'm not interested in doing is posing or pursuing some notion of American leadership.
And America winning.
Yeah, and America winning. And whatever that means, I think he said.
I'm not sure he knows what it means. What leadership means is you set a goal, right? And then you urge other people to follow you to achieve that goal. Here the goal should be the destruction of ISIS, and we should be leading it, and other people should be joining with us in destroying ISIS. We should put together a grand coalition of countries that are affected by it. We now have us affected by it, Belgium, France, England. We should be leading that effort.
And now you've got these jabs back and forth. Okay, so right now on the wires, you've got Putin saying this was a stab in the back. You've got the Prime Minister of Turkey saying it is Turkey's right to respond if airspace is violated. Lea Gabrielle, how do you see it?
Well, it is absolutely Turkey's right to respond. And I think this is just as much a shot at the U.S. and our leadership in the region as it is at Russia. You know, back in October, Russia was pushing that airspace limits. They were crossing into Turkey's airspace. Turkey was showing restraint. They were warning Russian jets were locking on to Turkish jets. And they were basically saying, oh, sorry, you know, we accidentally went into your airspace because of weather. Well, now Russia is going to lie, deny, counter-accuse. They're going to say, yeah, we weren't actually in your airspace. Oh, you know, we were actually shot down by somebody other than Turkish airplanes. They're going to lie, deny, and counter-accuse in this situation because that is what Vladimir Putin does. You've watched Turkey. Look what's going on across the Black Sea from Turkey. Crimea taken by Russia. Now, on Turkey's southern border, we're seeing Russia building up its forces in Latakia, its port in Tartus, building up its naval forces there. Russia is growing its strength in the region. Russia is a huge threat to Turkey right now. Turkey sees that, and they are responding, and they're not joking around.
Yeah, and Kori, you know, yesterday Gary Kasparov was on the show, and he said, look, number one, this is going to get a lot worse. And number two, Putin has to do things like this because he thrives in conflict. He needs to show the Russian people that don't worry about it. You've got no money, that your economy, you've got no jobs, that oil prices have plummeted. I'm the big tough guy in the room, and I'm going to save the day by being tough because of all of this conflict. By the way, the conflict that he created, Kori.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's right. The Russian military has been engaged in provocative and dangerous behavior for almost 2 years, probing the air defenses of NATO countries, flying with transponders off. Those are the kinds of things that create conflagration. And the Russians have a lot of explaining to do about why they've been in Turkish airspace, why they didn't respond to the Turkish probes to get them out of the airspace. The Russians have been baiting this kind of behavior for a long time.